Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Tuesday, happy for Tuesday, everyone. Let's get on to it. Coals, not already in the bowl. Just wanted to make sure that people saw that's straight out of the bag. How I cut it. It's from the plane. I've got a little block plane, Stanley block plane. I just cut it off the sticks, and that's how it comes out. Little thin strips. So when I say I'm doing it raw style, that's what I mean by raw style. Some of them are a little bit thicker, like that, but some of them are wafer thin, like that. They're not like the Japanese planes that can get them so thin you can see through them, but they're pretty good. But when I say raw style, that means no smiths, so there aren't none of the fluff stuff, but it's pretty good. And as you see with most of my videos these days, I can usually get it in a couple of strikes, sometimes first strike, but it's a couple of strikes. I'm using my 8-inch by 1-inch batten. This is probably my go-to now. If I'm not using my 10-inch, this is the one I would pick. As far as I don't go out in the bush very often, so, and even if I did, I'm always vehicle-based. I'm never walking around anywhere. My walking days are long past me, so I can go heavy. I'm not a light packing person, so this would be the ferro rod I'd use if I had to do anything other than my 10-inch. So I'm a big advocate of big ferro rods and a dedicated striker. Just going on a few videos I've seen lately. This is a 1/8 by 4-inch, 8% cobalt, high-speed steel. Let's get it going. Probably one of the most effective strikers I've ever encountered. As you can see, one and done. Sizzling. Beautiful. Not too bad. Just let that burn off a bit. I put a fair bit in the bowl. It's deceptive, this bowl can hold a fair bit. Look at the soot coming off that. It's magnificent. Always had good success with this coal stuff. Or Bunnings, it's all the same. Just different packets. Anyone wondering? That's a Carawong. Australian Carawong. Very distinctive call. I always get people asking me what birds are calling in the thing, and I've started to learn them. Very inquisitive bird, but won't come near me. I've got a whole gaggle of them here because I feed the magpies. They come along and get fed too. So anyway, just about done. Got to make sure that there's no embers in there, because when I put this in a couple of weeks ago, I put a bit of char cloth in there, and I ended up, the char cloth got residual heat. Usually doesn't. I don't think I've ever had residual heat set it off, but yeah, if it was hot enough it would, but embers will. A bit more. Stomach's a little bit upset. Oh, I wanted to keep that bit. Just being silly. Okay. Striker of choice. I did end up gluing that in. Turned out really nice. That's a piece of bog oak. It's amazing pieces of wood. Yeah, I put some more glue in, wood glue in the top here. Didn't really fill the holes up very well. I've got a little bit of spillage, but yeah, it's so dense, this wood, and it's heavy. It's amazing wood. I've never felt the same type of wood before, as far as it goes. So yeah, it's yeah, it's a different type of wood. Very, very different. I am going to go on the 72. I'm just going to, there's a bit of a chip out there. I'm just going to probably clean off the end bit and just give it a light sanding. I don't know, maybe, I think Andrew's got a specific wood belt that's 80 grit. I might just give it a bit of a sanding with 80 grit and just see how it looks. I don't know how effective this is going to sand very well. We'll see what happens anyway. I'm just going to basically just round this off a little bit, just soften the corners so they don't chip out like it has here. Just basically just round that off a little bit and leave it as it is. And yeah, I'll leave these edges sharp along here, and just so I don't set that on fire yet. Now, that was an old Wiltshire square file. I pretty much favour the Wiltshires exclusively. That's because of that. I've found that they work really well for me. I don't know what steel they used for it, but I think they were W1 or 1095. I'm pretty sure that would have had to have around that 1% carbon. It's funny, I read a thing about the Wiltshire files, and one of the tool makers saying they were rubbish files, but I think they were fantastic personally. But anyway, but I think he was making them, so he might have been a bit jaded by the company or something, But anyway, all the ones I've ever had, they seem to be pretty good. So, and I've bought 150 odd of them. So, anyway, let's get this going. Otherwise, this video is going to be like 20 minutes long. It's a beautiful sharp edge. Oh, look at that! 3 strikes, 3 catches, or 6 catches. But it was all doubled up. So nice. I'm burning my finger today. It's getting hot. It's a nice striker, that. Turned out well. I think that when I put linseed oil on, it's going to really go jet black. It's not going to pop as such, but it'll be very interesting striker. Very unique, Japanese or Germanic inspired. The Japanese had ones like it because they had very scarcity of metal, so they tended to add wood to their strikers, and the Germanic people had did them as well, as far as I know. So in my research on strikers, that was from my research, those are the 2 ethnic groups that had those style of strikers. Got a bit of grief about that because I can't remember what group I said had them, and then yeah, some German people got excited about it. But anyway, that's life on the internet for you. I'm glad I had the opportunity to compare mine, which didn't really compare. It compared reasonably well to Andrew Kirkham's. But for my first attempt, not too bad a effort for ember tongs. You can tell Andy's had a lot more experience. But yeah, happy anyway. At least I got them. They look like a pair of tongs. They work like a pair of tongs. That's sort of the thing. Anyway, yapping along. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Sorry about it this length. I'm a bit talkative today. Stay safe. Thanks for watching.